welcome to Popcorn and Perspective. This is the place where we not only enjoy delicious popcorn, but also do a deep dive into the world of films. We're your host, Chantel.
And I'm Chris.
We're here to share our insight on new films or in timeless classics. Get ready to experience movies like never before as we offer you our confident perspective. And welcome to today's episode where we will be talking about our most watchable movies ever and movies we fall asleep on. But first, like always, let's start off with a little Will You See It? We'll be talking about the new releases of the following weekend. By the time this episode releases, these films will already be out. But of course, we're going to let you know if we'll see it. So for the weekend of the 21st, we have 3 feature films coming out. So the first film we have is Sisu, Road to Revenge. This one is a sequel to the 2022 film. Tommy Corpy, the protagonist from the first film, as he dismantles his family home to rebuild it somewhere else, only to be pursued by the Red Army officer who previously killed his family. So this film is rated R for strong blood, violence, gore, and language, and it also is starring Jorma Familia. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. If not, I apologize to this man who is reprising his role as Sisu. And this time around, we have Stephen Lang, who we should know from Avatar, who plays the bad guy. I cannot, for the life of me, think of his name. Oh my God, he's the main bad guy in Avatar. That's all you need to know.
The one with the scar.
The one with the scar. Yeah. And he's of course, as you can see, he is the antagonist in this one as well. I did see the trailer for this one. It seems pretty interesting. But first, brother, before we get to my answer, would you see Sisu 2?
All right, this is a short answer. I would definitely see it, but I won't be catching it in the theaters. But it's not because I'm not a fan of it or anything, but I have not watched the first movie yet. It is on my watch list, like it has been on my watch list forever, and I actually bought it. I actually purchased it from one of the streaming platforms. I paid for it. So it's sitting on my on my TV. So, and like just the premise of it and everything draw me to it. Like it promises action and just enough gore to get you going. So I definitely think I'm going to love part 1. So I'm definitely going to be catching part 2. And hopefully, if I can catch it within the next couple of days, maybe I will go see part 2 in the theater. So I will definitely be seeing it. Yes.
I can't believe that. I'm surprised you. I'm like thinking that you already seen this first one already, man.
No, like I said, it's one of the few movies. It's one of the few movies that I actually buy from the streaming services, but I didn't get a chance to see it at the movie, so I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna watch it. And I it's been on there forever, so I'm gonna have to watch it probably tomorrow because today is football, but I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. So I got to.
I love that. It's like because I've seen the first one too, but I didn't go to the theaters either. I think we just waited until I think it was like on TV. I think it was just on TV, and we were just like, all right, we'll just watch it. And it was pretty decent. And
was one good though?
Yeah, the first one was pretty decent. I actually liked it. But I was just like, it's like those kind of movies. It's like, okay, dog, like how much more can you do?
Yeah, okay,
And so it's like one of those kind of things. But I'm like, the first one was still good, so I'm like kind of interested in seeing the second one, but I wouldn't run to the movies to go see it. I would just wait. Yeah, I would definitely wait.
So by the next show, guys, I will be done saw Sisu Part 1. Don't worry. I'm not going to waste my 8, 9. How much I pay for that? It was more than 8, 9. It was like $16. I don't know.
Oh my God, please watch it.
I paid a good amount for it.
Yeah, you should be watching it.
I guess we already know your answer, but go ahead with your yes answer.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I will see it. I will see it, but just I will see it when it's on TV. I'll just wait.
All right. So Sisu is a thumbs up for both of us, and our second film is Rental Family, which a lonely American actor living in Tokyo starts working for a Japanese rental family service to play stand-in roles in other people's lives. Along the way, he finds surprising connections and unexpected joys within his new family. This one is rated PG-13 for thematic elements, some strong language, and suggestive material. Starring Academy Award winner Brandon Fraser, Takahiro Hira, and Mari Yamamoto. So,
I love it.
sis, hopefully I didn't do too terrible on those because my tongue was stumbling. But Parental Family, what you thinking?
Well, I've always been like a big Brandon Fraser fan ever since
Mhm.
like the '90s. I'm like I was a kid, like growing up on Brandon Fraser. So like just seeing him, like just seeing his face again on the big screen, it's like it's always a good feeling just to see him. But for this one, I'm not rushing to like go to the
Yeah,
theater. Like I've seen the trailer for it. I'm like, it looks like a pretty decent film. Like it's just like one of those films that you would just like watch like in the comfort of your house. Like
yeah.
I don't think there's like any dire need to like get up and put some clothes on and go to the theater to go see it. So for this one, I'm like, I will see it just because it's Brandon Fraser, but I'm not gonna like go like exactly as soon as the movie comes out. Like
Okay,
it's
okay. This
what
one,
about
this one, I said immediately I need to see. But just like you, I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna run to the theater. But I'm gonna see it because, like you said, just a huge fan of Brendan Fraser from Georgia the Jungle days when he did that. So, and of course, the Mummy
of
movies.
course, of
And
course.
I tried to support him also due to the fact that Hollywood just did him dirty. So, whenever
Yeah.
I see him, like The
Yeah.
Whale, I saw that was
Yeah.
amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes, he still has it, and I'm going to go see it. And also, the whole concept of the movie draws me in because I feel like if this service was in real life, it would be a big
Right.
help to people
It
because
would.
so many people need someone to stand in with them through both good and bad times. And so
Yeah.
many people don't have that or don't have anybody willing to do it. So,
Right.
who couldn't use a stand in family member, stand in friend, stand in whatever when they don't have anybody? So, I think just from that aspect of it, of how it could actually fit into real life situations,
Mm-hmm.
that's another reason I'm going to go see it. On top of it, just having Brendan Fraser in it.
It's like, and now that you said that, it's like because I was thinking the same thing. Like I think this is also like a cool, concept because it's like you said, it's like sometimes you do need somebody. It's like sometimes people do get lonely and they need someone to talk to. So for so I love the fact that they came up with this idea of being like, okay, like let's do that. But just I'll wait though. It's like I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go see it at the theaters, but
Right.
a lot of time I'll get off work early. My wife will be at work, and I'll just be like, oh, I have nothing to do, and then I'll just venture on to the movies.
All
So
right.
that it's one of those that I'll probably do that, and but I'm definitely gonna watch it. So yes.
All right. So, of course, we got one more, and last but not least, the most anticipated sequel of the year that had us defying gravity last year is Wicked for Good. So this time around, now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba lives in exile in the old Ozian. There we go, in the Ozian forest, while Glinda resides at the palace in Emerald City, reveling in the perks of fame and popularity. As an angry mob rises against the Wicked Witch, she'll need to reunite with Glinda to transform herself and all of Oz for good. Rated PG for action, violence, some suggestive material, and thematic material, starring Academy Award nominees Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Jonathan Bailey, Jeff Goldblum, and Academy Award winner Michelle Yao. So, brother, I already feel like I know your answer, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it. Are you going to see Wicked for Good?
Imagine a 6'2", 245-pound man rolling through the truck stop singing the Wizard and I, or I Am Not That Girl, or Defying Gravity. That was me. I know every word to this soundtrack. So this is an absolute no-brainer. Anybody who knows me knows I'm gonna go see Wicked. I'm huge on Wicked from seeing
Right,
the first one 3 times in the
right.
theaters to watching it at home to the point where my wife still hasn't seen part one, but she's heard it
Oh my
so much like, oh my
God.
God, how many times you gonna watch this? And like like rolling down the highway in the semi truck, just blasting the soundtrack. So I've been a fan of Ariana Grande since her Sam and Cat days, and Wicked reintroduced me to Cynthia Erivo, who I originally saw in Widows, but I completely forgot that was her. And then, of course, I saw her in the Harriet Tubman movie where she killed it. And the fact that she could sing, that just tops it. So, also a side note, her being green with them micro braids is not too hard on the eyes. So, so that's a good thing too. So, without a shadow of a doubt, I will go see this probably multiple times. multiple times.
Oh my god. So for me, of course, it's like with this movie, like you said, I like fell in love with like the first film. Like I was just like, I'm like, as soon as it started, I was just like, all right, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. And then like when they hit No One Mourns the Wicked, I was like,
Yeah,
all right, I'm like, y'all got me. I was like, I'm in. I was like, I'm so in. So I like fell in love with this movie like completely. Like the music has me
yeah.
like had me hooked. Not even gonna lie, it was in my top 24 for Apple Music. Like I played that soundtrack out. Like that soundtrack got played every day from the November, like literally just in November, like just
Yeah.
from November alone, it was literally in my top 24 by the end of the year. Like it was just I don't know, it was just like the music's good, the acting is great. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
only know Ariana from like music wise, like because I didn't like watch like Victorious or like Sam and Cat or anything. Because I think like at that time I wasn't watching Nickelodeon, so I
I didn't
just
know she was in Victorious. I just knew Sam and Cat. I
yeah,
thought that was her
yeah.
start.
That's
I
what
didn't know
I
that.
think
Okay.
that's where she started was on Victorious.
Okay.
But I just know her from like the music wise,
Yeah.
like just the music side, which I'm like her voice is like phenomenal. So to like actually see her act is like it's amazing. Like she's perfect. Like her
Yeah.
comedic chops are like it's just how she works. It was just perfect. Like she was like hitting her mark like repeatedly. And then like with Cynthia Erivo, like I've known her from Widows, like you said. I remember her from Bad Times at the El Royale. She was good in
Oh
that.
yeah, man. Yeah.
She did the one mini series on HBO called The Outsiders, which I loved her on. It was like with her and Jason Bateman and Ben Middleton. It's like so good. It was a Stephen King book and they made it into a series. It was good.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Um,
catch that.
and Jonathan Bailey, I really didn't know him too much except for like Bridgerton, and that was like pretty much it. So seeing him in this was pretty good.
Yeah.
Jeff Go, y'all know who Jeff Goldblum is.
Oh, of course. The
And then
Fly.
Michelle, and then of course Michelle, y'all like obviously.
Oh yeah.
So already, I've been got me and mom's ticket. I got our ticket
Oh,
last
that.
month. So we going. So we going Friday night, 7 o'clock. I because so that gives you enough time to watch the first one again, and
Yeah.
then be out.
And it comes out on my wife's birthday, and I
Oh.
told her, I was like, we're gonna go to dinner and then we're gonna go see Wicked 2. And she said, you think I want to see it on my birthday? Yes. That's it. Yes, you do. I saw there's nothing else to be said about it. Yes, you do. You can get a nice steak. I don't care if you get a steak the size of the table. After you eat that,
But
we're
we're
going
going
to
to
go
see
see.
this movie.
We're exactly. And like I said, we still have to she still has to watch the original Wizard of Oz because the other day she was like, "When are we gonna watch Wicked 1?" And I was like, "We can watch Wicked 1 when you watch the original Wizard of Oz." And she was like, "I don't need to watch the original to go see Wicked." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you answer it right, we'll sit down right now and watch Wicked without you watching the original." I said, "Why does Dorothy love Toto so much in the movie?" That's because that's her dad, and everybody loves their dad. If you don't get out of here, if you don't get out of here, she said that's because everybody loves their dad. What?
It's a
It,
dog,
she
but
she thought because like I said, she has never watched the original, so she don't know anything about it. So she thought Toto was the dad, and I'm just like, I can't with you.
no.
Borderline divorce right there.
Oh
Borderline.
my god! But no, but actually, she doesn't have to see the first Wizard of Oz to know what's going on because
I
technically,
I want her to watch it though, just because in the second one, Dorothy gonna come, the lion and all that. Like you got to know a little
yeah.
bit.
But we don't know who Dorothy is. We never see her
Oh
face in the
yeah, they.
movie that we
I
find
heard
out. So that's the
they're
good
not
thing that
really
I
gonna
love because
they're
it's not
gonna
her story. Because
twist it
it's
in a way that it's not about her. Just like okay,
yeah,
she's here, but we're gonna focus on which is good because
exactly. Because it's not her story. Because we already know her story. Because it's with
yeah,
well, your wife don't know. Well, my sister
yeah,
don't know
see,
Dorothy's story, so she
she
might
don't
need to
know.
see it. So yeah, she needs to watch it.
She thinking Dorothy's dad is a four-legged animal. Like, what's going on here? Like,
Oh
but yeah, that's where we at with that one. And like I said, definitely we'll see it multiple times, and we'll probably just burn out the streaming system when it comes on Disney.
because I know I did. I watched it multiple times so far. So
And
mm.
another thing about Wicked
Mm-hmm.
One, "The Wizard and I" is my second favorite song in there. And she has a line to say, one day there'll be a festival with all because of me, and then you think back to No One Mourns the Wicked, and she was right. But just in a tell, and that when that hit, I was just like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, because she just sees it like through all of Oz. She's just like, oh, they're like celebrating me, and it's
Yeah.
like,
And then oh no, and
no,
when
sorry. I'm like, sorry, ma'am. I'm like, I wish it was true, but it's not.
I told my wife, you're gonna bawl your eyes out at a certain part in this film, and she know
Look,
I'm
I
not. I was
already
like,
know.
okay, it's
I
gonna
already
involve
know
a
I'm gonna
hat.
be crying somewhere.
It's gonna involve a hat. I'm talking about in part one when she see it. I was like, when
Oh
you
yeah,
see part one, I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
it's gonna involve dancing and a hat, and you're just gonna lose it. I'll have the tissue ready for you. I mean, my
That was
allergies
me.
flared up at that part a little bit.
That was
It was dandruff in the air, so allergy.
I was literally, yeah, I was sitting there and I'm just like, just sitting there, like trying to fight tears and I couldn't. And it was just funny because mom's sitting next to me and she's just like, I was like, she looks like, it's like, it looks like she's crying. And I just want to be like, she is crying because I'm like, I know
And
I am.
behind me, it was like, oh, like the just chaotic, snot dripping kind of crying out. Like everybody was in their feelings about it, but this person, it's like it was her life story because she was like,
It's
oh,
like, girl,
and she literally got up and left the theater, and she
oh
came
my
back, but
God.
she had to go compose herself
Jesus.
because that was panic crying.
I just had the quiet tears. Just
Yeah, hers was
I was just like, oh my God, this is sad. I was like, this poor, I was just like, I want to hug her. I just want to wrap my arms around her. But
right.
nah, all day though. Just so we know, just so we are clear, it is Team Alphabet all day over here.
Oh yeah, definitely
I'm
Team Green,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Team
It's
Green.
Team Alphabet all day, every day. I was just like, they did my girl dirty.
The hell with Shiz and the Wiz. That's the thing for the
Yeah, hell with the shiz and the whiz. Like, get
exactly.
out of here, bro. Like, y'all
I need a
suck. Like,
T-shirt. I need a T-shirt made immediately. I say that.
it just says fuck shiz and lava and the whiz, bro. Like, terrible,
Oh,
man. All right, but yeah, as y'all can see, it is 2 for 2. Will definitely be running to the theaters to go see Wicked for good. All right, y'all. Before we dive deeper into the movies, you can follow me on X or Twitter at _AkiraXO and on Letterboxd at Edna Mode.
yes, yes. And you can follow me over at X or Twitter under the name The Hazel-Eyed Movie Guy and at Letterbox under The Hazel-Eyed Movie Guy.
All right. And now it's time for a round for our most watchable films ever and movies we fell asleep on. We're going to sit back and relax and chat about the films we enjoy to rewatch and and the ones that we catch a few Z's on. I know we have plenty of films that we probably watch, but as of lately, what are your 2 or main 3 watchable movies, brother?
All right, I have 3 watchable ones that I can put on repeat and pretty much say the word for word of them. The first one is going to be 2004, Shaun of the Dead. This
Come
movie
on
is
now.
this movie is so freaking funny. Like, and I hate to say it, but when I watched this, I had no idea what it was. But I'm a huge zombie genre person. Everything with zombies on it, I watch it. And I saw it. I said, "Oh, it has zombies," and I was like, "Okay." Clicked it, and by the end of it, I had laughed so hard, my chest was hurting. I had tears because out of laughter, and it's the perfect balance of real zombie horror and just stupid funny comedy. And that's what got me over the top. And there's tons of visual jokes. And I saw that each time you watch it, you catch something new. Like, oh, I didn't see. And then what did it? Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, the chemistry that them two have. Because
I
another
love
one, and I
them.
didn't. This is honorable mention. Another one is Hot Fuzz. Oh my
Yes!
God, that's one of my. Those two are one of my favorite movies, and I like it's just the stupid funny comedy that, and it doesn't take itself too serious, but it gives you little serious moments, and it's just Shaun of the Dead. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, get ready to laugh. And my second one, I'm sure everybody has seen this, The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element, every time it's on TBS, because they come on, they wear it out on TBS.
Always.
Like on repeat. And so I watch it then, and it has bright, wild visuals. And every time you watch it, once again, you notice something new. And Chris Tucker, that's all you gotta say. He absolutely shines, and he constantly steals the show with just goofy comedy and his marks.
Always.
He hits them, and it's just and it's a sci-fi adventure, but it doesn't take itself too serious. It's not like a sci-fi Star Wars series. Oh, I gotta be. It's just a good sci-fi with goofy moments. And the one of my favorite things is the blue lady that was singing on the boat.
Of course.
She takes it every time, and it gets better every time I see that ooh, all that. It's just like, yep, that's it. So that scene is both iconic and classic,
Yes.
and so like I said, I'm sure pretty much all of us have seen that one. And then my last and final one is actually my favorite movie that I've ever seen, Pan's Labyrinth. Absolutely
So
love it.
movie. Oh, I
It
love that
is
movie
an
so much.
excellent movie. It's rare to see a film that blends fantasy and harsh reality so effortlessly. Uh,
Yes.
the fanciful elements, they let your imagination roam, and then you get
Mm-hmm.
grounded because all of the human drama and tragedy that's
Right.
inside of the movie, and it balances wonder and horror, and then you have the layered storytelling. On the surface, it's a dark fairy tale, but underneath, it's a powerful story about innocence, cruelty, and the resistance and
Mm-hmm.
choice. Like Del Toro, because I can't
Mm-hmm.
say his first name, Guillermo
Oh,
Toro.
Del Toro.
That man right there is brilliant at world building. And like, earlier how I said I get off work early and I just venture into a movie. No idea on earth what Pan's Labyrinth was about. But when I got to the movie, it was starting 2 minutes after I got there. So I was like, okay, I'll watch this with not a single clue what it's about. And then the subtitles and everything, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel, but I sat through that and I absolutely loved it. Loved it. And I was just like, yep, I will never judge anything, but I'll just go off. Like, I'll do this
Yes.
more often because I went
I
in
love
not
it.
knowing anything and came out knowing it was the best movie I ever seen. Still to this day. So that is my three: Shaun of the Dead, Pan's Labyrinth, and The Fifth Element.
Okay, so I'm gonna just have to like run it back with these because Pan's Labyrinth is my favorite Del Toro Spanish language movie because
Yeah,
like I I knew it was gonna be in subtitles. I was fine with that because I'm like, look, I'm getting older. I'm like, I can't be hearing. Like it's just like I just need them subtitles. Let me read them subtitles. I'm like, I don't
yeah,
care. Let me read them. But yeah, that I think I went into that movie too as well, like not knowing what it was about. Like I was just like, oh, this movie looks pretty cool. I was like, let me just jump on in it, and it was
yeah,
just like I think it was mom who got me into it, and it's like we both watched it and we both like fell in love with the movie. Like that movie, it was just a beautiful, and then just
right.
sometimes it was bleak because homeboy was ass. Like I cannot think of his name, but the main dude, what was his name?
Oh, I know you talking about.
Fidel,
Yeah,
Captain Fidel, that man right there, that sicko. That man got on my so bad in that movie. I was just like, that man was sick. And then just seeing Ophelia, like her mind just being, full of fairy tales and like imagination and like, oh, like this is what I can do to, she was just like trying to find a way to survive her world. Like
yeah,
it's
and
like
the
she was
world.
going through, she was like going through some cruelty, and she was
Yep,
finding ways in her mind to like, into like that fantasy of like, the mythical creatures and like, but the conflict between good and evil, and just it was just one of those really beautiful films. And like you said, like Guillermo del Toro is amazing when it comes to world
yeah,
building.
he
Like,
he blew me
like,
away because I'm like,
like he
damn.
can knock it out of the park with that. So I definitely agree with that one. That's like a good choice. I think that was one of the movies that I got from Crichton Collection. That was like one of my choices that I bought. Like that movie, I love it. The Fifth Element, I'm like without saying like that movie,
Yeah,
awesome. That movie is great to this day. That movie almost 30 years old and it
right.
still holds up to this day. So I'm like, that's a good choice. And then of course, I gotta go back to Shaun of the Dead because that movie is like 20 years old and it still slaps to this day. Like I literally just watched it. I think I did it for I was doing like my Halloween rewatch, and I always do like just any kind of like horror or whatever kind of movie. I
Yeah,
just and I just threw that on, and it's like because I used to watch that movie constantly, constantly because I still, like you said, I know it word like word for word. Just everything in that movie is hilarious. I remember it was I think it was like after it had like came out on DVD, and this is back at home in Dixon. And I remember,
Yeah.
you remember the computer room, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was back there on the computer and I was watching it, and Dad had like just got off of work, and he like stood in the doorway and was watching it. And then by the time it was like halfway through the movie, he just sat there. It was laughing, like, so I knew. I was like, okay, I'm like, this movie funny because if Dad likes it, it's a funny movie.
Exactly. Especially if you go get off work and come sit in and watch it. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, Dad actually likes this movie. But yeah, that movie is hilarious. Just like the because like my favorite scene still because it's from I think it's Night of the Living Dead when he's like, "We're coming to get you, Barbara." It's like because like in a Night of the Living Dead, they're saying they're coming to get you, Barbara, and I like it is like when I figured out what it meant,
Yeah.
I was like, that's too funny. Like so for it's just like
it was said in two different contexts, but it was still
exactly.
said. The words were still said. But yeah, they.
It's like it's so and like you said, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, like their chemistry is just crazy because those two work so good together. It's just like like their friendship is like just
Yeah.
solid.
Real. Yeah.
And like you said with Hot Fuzz was another one too. Like Hot Fuzz was another one. That was like your usual buddy cop tropes. Like everything about it was like hilarious and like the running gag with the fence
Oh yeah.
that and that's another thing too because there's actually three parts. There's three movies in this, so it's called the Cornetto trilogy because you
Uh-huh.
have Red, which is Shonda Dunn. You have Blue for Hot Fuzz because police. Green for The World's End
Oh,
because
that was another. I didn't know
yeah,
that was it.
yeah.
I was gonna
Because
put
think
that one
about
in
it, the
too, but I
running
was like,
gag, with the
oh,
fence.
yeah. I had no. I knew Hot Fuzz and Shauna the Dead was. I didn't know. I did
Yeah,
not know that. But yeah, that's a good one too.
yeah, so like the running gag in those are like with the fence is like
Yeah.
the best thing to be. It's like I love the running gag. That's like my favorite thing of all time. Is
When he
that.
hit that trampoline and did that flip over the fence, boy,
But there's Danny. He thought he was going through there.
like a bull. Oh my,
I
all
was like,
right.
oh my god. But okay,
Oh
all right. So for my three
yes.
rewatchable films, the first one is another one by Edgar Wright because he did Shaun the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and At World's
Yep.
End. It's gonna be Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like
Oh,
that's
oh
another
my.
one. That's another one that I can put on and never get bored. Like I
Yes.
can literally watch it, know it word for word, and just sit there and enjoy it. Like that was a freebie that I got to see when it first came out, which is really crazy. Someone like came through like my old job. They like dropped off free tickets and they were just sitting on the
Oh,
table.
dang.
And I was just like, all right. I'm like, I'll go. So me and mom went, and it was like we fell in love with that movie. Like
Yeah.
instantly, I knew it was gonna be a classic. Like so, so it's just like I just love like I guess you could say like the comic feel to it. It just has
Yeah.
like how it just mixes like the live action and then just like having like the video like arcade feel to it, and then with like I said with the mix of the comic book in there as well, and then just everybody's like acting in this movie was like perfect. Like I loved Kieran Culkin as Wallace, like his gay best friend. He was perfect in that movie, and I loved Anna. What's her name? I can see her face. It's your girl. It's your girl who played the sister. She played the sister.
Oh,
Anna.
oh.
What's her name? Anna. What is her
I know.
name?
I know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is her name? It's
Uh,
Anna. It's Anna. Anna. Oh my god. Anna. What's that girl's name? Lord Jesus on the cross.
hold on.
What is that girl's name? I am drawing Anna Kendrick. There we go. I was like, Jesus. I was like, what is that
Yeah,
girl's name? Anna
from
Kendrick. Yes.
my little wife. That's what I call her,
Yes.
and I didn't even know because I love her to death from Pitch
Yes.
Perfect.
She played his sister. Yeah, she
Yeah.
played his sister. And I'm like, for the longest time, I'm like, what is her name? But yeah, so that one was hilarious. I love that one. She was great as the sister. And then of course you have Aubrey Plaza who plays
Oh, yep,
Julie.
yep.
I just love that whole scene where they always bleeping out whatever she's saying. Like she was perfect, even though she was only in it for just a little bit. But it's like,
She killed it. That was enough.
and
And
then of
one thing
course,
I noticed
mm-hmm,
is one thing I noticed everything that Audrey Plaza in is usually good with her, like her
right.
acting and stuff. Like when she played Death in the Marvel.
Yeah, Agatha. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
all
Agatha.
Agatha all along. That was
Yeah.
beautifully done. And yeah, so
Yes.
everything that I've seen her in, I've never been like, oh, she did bad in that. It's always her doing good.
And I think like one of my favorite characters in Scott Pilgrim would have to be Brandon Roth as Todd, because
Oh
he was just not bright like at all. He was like perfect in that scene. And then of course my scene is where they like he like gets defeated when he finds out that he had drank half and half, and the vegan police came in.
yeah,
And I love that part when he was like, what did he say? I think he when they told him that it was something that he ate, and he was like, wait, he was like, chicken is a vegan? And he was like, it's milk and eggs, bitch. Like, that part took me out. I love that scene so much.
yeah,
Like I could play that part like over and over and never get bored. But it was just some of the stuff that they did. It was just very sharp, and it was just very like direct in your face, and it was just all around funny. Like there was never a boring moment in this movie. Like
yeah,
it seemed like every scene hit like straight from the beginning all the way to the end. It was just like you just had like jokes throughout like the entire film, and then you had like all the action, and it was just like a lot of fun. And it's like your first time seeing like Michael Cera be like real active in a movie, which he said will be his last time because we've never seen him be active ever again like he was
yeah.
in this movie. But it was still he still did like a phenomenal job with it. Like
Oh yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Like I like literally fell in love with this
Man,
movie.
like that was some like you never see that kind of like video game film because like,
Mm-hmm.
it was a scene in there where somebody got the Sonic coins knocked out of them, like the sound, and I was just like, yeah, you don't see that, and like being a huge video game person, that whole movie, yeah, I love that movie also, yeah, that it was
Yeah.
crazy,
And when he said about the coins thing, he was like, oh, he was like, cheese. And then he's like picking it up on the ground. And he's like, oh, he's like, it's not enough for the bus. And then she was like, I'll give you the change.
yeah. That yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I've seen that a million times, but now I'm gonna
Yes,
watch it again.
God, that movie is oh my God, that movie's hilarious. Like
Oh,
man, like I could literally just like replay it, just like, oh, it's like, can we watch it
and
again?
then
And then just like go back.
Chris Evans' little part in it,
Yeah,
just
Lucas Lee.
just crazy, and him on that skateboard, like what?
I love that part. He's just like, wow. He's like,
Yeah,
what?
this man just died. Wow.
He's just like, I didn't get his autograph.
Yeah, like go scrape parts of him off the ground. That's good.
Oh my
Like,
God, I just love that. He's just like, wow, like all the way down.
yeah, he was flying too, going like
I was just
80.
like, yeah, because I had to like check because they had it in kilometers, and I was like, how fast is this man going? It's
Yeah,
like,
he was flying. He did not survive that one.
oh my God,
Oh,
that
that's
part was
crazy.
great. Oh my
All right, sorry,
God.
y'all. We get caught up, as you see.
Sorry, we
But
get
that
excited about stuff as
that's
y'all
what
can
you hear.
see.
All right, that's only your
Right.
first one.
Yes, right? That's what I was like, that's only what I did. But look, I'm just kind of piggyback off of you because Shaun the Dead is one of the ones that I watch. Like, look, that was like the main one that I watch constantly.
Yeah.
Like nothing, there's nothing against like Hot Fuzz and like at World's End. Like I love those two
Oh,
like
yeah.
equally, but that first one with Shaun the Dead, like they just knocked it out of the park with that one. Just like all the jokes, just straight out the gate, like I said before, because I love the one when it's the scene where is it? It's like, oh my God, it's Sean, his mom, and Philip, and when they're coming out of the house, and they're like, oh, and Phil's like, we'll follow you, and he goes over to, oh my God, what was his name? Oh my God, it's Sean and what's his friend's name? Oh my God, I just drew Ed. There it is. Ed, that's his name. And he's like, where's the car? And he's like, oh, I bringed it. He's like, it was parked. He's like, well, he's like, gotta take the Jag. That's all he wanted. He just wanted to get in that Jag. That
Exactly.
part to me was hilarious. And then on when like the part where he's like trying to climb up to his girl's window
Yep.
the first time and he does not make it, and he has to ring the bell again. He's like, hi, it's me again. But then he clears it the second time because he has to clear it so
Yeah.
he can get to her so they can get out. But what I loved is that he was like, I didn't see no offense to it. I didn't find. I was like, I didn't think.
Oh, I know.
Like, I
I
didn't
know.
find it like nothing wrong with it at all. It was just that
Yeah.
scene with Sean, Liz, Yvonne and oh my god, what was her voice? And David when they come out and
Yeah,
and Ed goes flying by with the car and he just stops. He's like, "What's up?" He says the
yeah,
N word. I was just like, and
yeah.
they just look at Sean and Sean's just like,
Like,
well,
just come on, just come on.
like let's just get in the car. Just
Like
get in the car.
that scene caught me. I was like, oh, but it wasn't like oh in an offensive way. I was just like, I just like laugh because
It's just the way he
throughout the
said it.
movie, you know that's it. Like you know it don't mean nothing by it. It's just how he. So I mean, but yeah, that caught
Yeah,
me, and I died laughing at that too.
just that whole part. He was just so happy go lucky, just like, but the what's
Yeah,
up? And they're just like, it's like what? And he's just like, y'all, just it's like y'all know
just
how
come
he
on.
is. Just get in the car. Just go. And then I love the scene. It's just like so much. It's like we could sit here all day and like
Yeah.
and just like pull this movie apart, but it's just like I love the parts like you got red on you.
Man, I was about to tell you, I went around for like months just telling you got red on you. And like people didn't know what I was talking about. Some didn't, some did, but they was like, they got sick of me saying that because that was just so funny. Like, you got a red on you.
Yeah, exactly. That scene too. I just love that. He's just like walking around with it, and it's just like, well, I'm like, he has red everywhere because I'm like, he been bashing heads all, like
Yeah,
later on in the day when it's like, especially his mom when she's like, oh, you got red on you, and it's like, ma'am, like that's blood, like back up. It's like it's a
exactly.
lot going on right now. Like we gotta go.
We at the end of the
But
world. I'm not worried about my shirt cleanliness.
exactly. And so I just love like especially the scene where they had to break it down like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here, we're gonna get mom, kill Phil, like get Liz. And it's like just the way they like trying to figure out, okay, this is where we're gonna go and this is what we're gonna do. And it's just like, okay, well that first one is not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And then it's like, okay, then it's like that's not gonna work. And then it's just like how they figured it out. It's like we're gonna go to the Winchester. And it's just
In all those plots, they didn't forget to kill Phil. They never forgot to kill Phil. So
they never
that's
forgot to kill Phil.
not one like, oh, just lock Phil up. No, no, we got to kill Phil.
Kill Phil. They didn't. It's
uh,
like every single plan. It's like we're gonna have to kill Phil. It's like there's no way around it. We're gonna have to
like,
kill Phil.
don't we can't sneak past them and go out the back and just let them wander
No,
around the house. No, we got to
no,
kill Phil.
we gotta kill. And then I love to see in the setup where they like meet up with like their doppelgangers
Oh,
in the guard, like when they have like that brief encounter. I just love that whole lineup. It's just like you're just sitting there and you're like, wait a minute. It's like wait, it's like they all look alike, but they're
yeah, they're like
but they're
looking at
like
a
all
mirror as they go by. That's all.
like that whole thing was it's funny. Sometimes it has like it sometimes it's trying to be like shocking, but I mean I'm like at that time, yeah, it's like can be a little shocking. It could be sometimes there's moments where it's like empathy in there, like with Sean and his mom at towards the end. And then them like trying to figure everything out, and like even like the moment with Philip and Sean, like where
When
they
he was
kind of
saying he's not
reconcile
my
when they,
dad, he kept saying that
yeah,
throughout the movie, and then he
and then
realized, he is my,
yeah, and they finally have like that moment, reconciliation before he turned
yeah,
into the zombie, which I love the fact that when she was like, "Oh, that," she's like, "That's your father there," and he's like, "No, there's nothing in that man that's like resembles my father,
yeah,
nothing." But he reached over and turned that music off.
yeah. He was like, oh, that's it.
He's
He
like,
turned
"Let's
it
go."
straight off. Yeah, he's like, I want brains, but let me turn this crap off. I
He's
got to
like, "I
kill
don't want to
it.
hear it." He's like, "I'm tired." Like that. It's like he's like, "Turn that mess off."
Oh,
So yes, and also my other honorable mention as well is Hot Fuzz because that one right there, another killer. That one's another one that can knock it out of the park. Like so many scenes in that movie that is hilarious as well.
he killed that man because he put Angel instead of Angle, or no, he put Angle instead of Angel, and he killed the reporter. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's like they literally killed the reporter because he sucks at spelling. Like
Yeah,
that was his main problem. Like that was the main reason why they were like, all right, we're just gonna kill this man. He don't know how to spell. Like, okay. Like that part to me was just that was
yeah.
wild. Just and then the other ones is because they couldn't act. Everybody was awful at acting. Like, bro, like really? Or the other
And
one
then one
was
was a meme, a mime, trying to the golden stack. Like,
yeah,
come
it's
on
like
now,
we're
you
gonna have to
just
kill you because
yeah.
you just in the way of our cleanliness of our town, or
House.
in like or like the what was it
The
the
award they were
lady
trying to win.
yeah, and then the lady who was like their florist, they were like, oh, nobody can have her green thumb, So it's like, we're gonna have to take you out. Like, you
Literally
are
stabbed her in
nuts.
the neck. I'm like, she can't just teach somebody else how to do it. You gotta kill
Yeah,
her.
you just have to take her out. Like, just because you don't want her to go somewhere else and do this job. Like,
Exactly.
y'all are nuts.
You could have paid her off. Like, hey, look, we're gonna have you sign this contract. You're not gonna do this for me. You're gonna retire. But they permanently retired her. So yeah, that is
They were
definitely
just
a
like,
good
yeah,
one.
you done, you out, like, bye. Or they took old
Uh,
boy out because he stole cookies. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
it's like, dang, you ain't getting no kind of love in this town, just nothing.
Oh yeah, you can't sneeze the wrong way in that town.
And no, it's like they just gonna look at you sideways, like, yeah, well, you gonna die. Like,
It's
oh,
time to
well,
go.
all right.
Oh,
So, last but
I,
not least, my third one that I have, it's a movie that came out just this year. I've watched it twice at the theaters. I watched it 10 times since it's been out. It's gonna be that poster that you see back there.
Sinners.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
It is gonna be Sinners. Like, that movie, I can like literally watch it and then I can go back and watch it again. Mom has done that multiple times. Like, I can literally come in the house and I can hear something from that movie and know she
Yeah.
was watching it. Just like, what was that? Yeah, yesterday morning. After I got done playing my game, I came up the steps and she was watching it. I was like, I came in my room and just turned it on the TV. I'm like, it just seems like it's something that's constant in this house. It's like it
Yeah.
just gets played repeatedly. I mean, we already know why it's getting played repeatedly in this house because it's a good movie. It's
Yeah, it's a good movie.
phenomenal. Like, it's my top movie of this year. Like, nothing has shifted yet from this point. Like, it's
Yeah.
still my number one to this day for this year. Like, I have not changed my mind on it. Like,
Yeah,
no movie has changed my mind on it yet. So,
I concur. I concur with that. Yeah, it's still at the top. I
so
go into other movies saying, okay, Sinners is my number one. Let's see if this matches up. And most of the time, it's not even close with anything else I've seen this year. So
exactly. So I'm like, I'm still waiting to find that one movie this year.
yeah,
I'm gonna see. I'm like, I don't know who's gonna like change my mind because I know everybody keeps talking about my dude Timothy Chalamet's movie Marty Supreme. I'm like, this movie looks pretty dope. I want to see it, but I'm like, I'm still thinking like Sinners is gonna probably just be my number one for this whole year.
yeah.
I'm like, we still got Wicked.
True that. True that.
But
Yeah.
Wicked might be in my top 10. We'll see. I know it's gonna be in my top 10. It's gonna be in there somewhere. I already know. But for my main watchable movies, like just like as of lately, it's gonna be Sinners.
Yeah.
Like I can't get bored with it. You can never get bored because it was like you can find like how we've been saying, like when you rewatch stuff, you can find stuff. You find more and more stuff that you haven't like you've never seen like in the first movie. Like because there's like the one scene when Stack is locked up in the closet when he said you got all this Pippin locked up in the closet.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that the first couple of times.
I heard
I
it
was like,
because I didn't go in listening for it, but when I heard it, I was like, pimping. That's like, I was like, what? Like
I was like,
I don't think it does
hold
that
on.
even fit that time. Like what's going on? Like that's where I went with it. I was like, because I had to tap the wife. Like, did he just say pimping? Yes, he said it. Be quiet. Like, okay.
No, I was like, can I just? I was like, I know that's what he said. That's why I was like, wait. I was like, how did I miss that? I was like, how did I miss him say God just locked up in the closet? I was like, wait, what? I was like, that was like one of my favorite lines. And then like literally just the way I think my other line that I love to do that I do a lot, and it's like I don't know if anybody catches me, but it's like I always be like, no vision. When they pull smoke back in, it's Stack just standing there, and he's just like no vision. I catch myself doing that a lot. I don't know why. It's just the line delivery when he does it. It was just like that dog ain't got no vision. It's like I'm giving you a chance to like, hey, like don't you want this like me? I've been like, hey, just go ahead and just don't bite too hard.
Like, look, I'll show you. I'll bite myself, and then you just
Yeah,
follow
like
behind
hey,
me.
it's like hey, like just don't do it too hard. And just rewatching like, and also just rewatching like that whole musical montage of like I lied to you, just that whole scene alone, it's just to me it makes me emotional to this day. Just seeing like from the past, the present, and like now because it's basically the now. Just seeing like how music grew and like how we, just how it developed us as people because it's like that was our way of living. Like it was our way of speaking, like with our pain and like what we were going through. Like it was our way of just showing love to our ancestors. Like, it's just, it has a lot of like going on with like our ancestral roots and just with good and evil. And when people say that it's just a vampire movie, it just pisses me off because I'm like, it's more to that. It's like, because with this one, this is another movie that did a lot of world building. Like, we were seeing stuff that was going on, and within 24 hours, it's like we were getting to know these people. We were getting to see how these people worked. We were seeing how these people like react to one another just for like this last like few hours of the night of like terror happens. So it's like, it's more than just a vampire movie. So that's why it just pisses me off when people are like, oh, it's like there's nothing to it. And I'm like, did we see the same movie?
When I hear people saying that kind of stuff, because I've heard them say, oh, it's just a movie. It's not. Those people aren't able to see past their eyes. Like, you have to be able to see what your eyes see, but then you got to break that down into what your brain is taking in and seeing, because every movie is like that. You can watch a movie and just see it with your eyes and be like, oh, all right, and go home and think that. But if you're actually able to take the context and the symbolism and just the themes of the movie, you'll that's one step further into the realm of just movie, going to see a movie. And like you were saying, that musical scene, after that scene, I could have went home and it still would have been the greatest movie I've seen this year. After, I didn't need to see anything else after that. It was that right there, that part made the whole movie. Like, I didn't need to know what happened to Stack. I didn't need to know what happened to Smoke. I didn't need to know what happened to anybody else. All right, baby, let's go. We done. And it would have still, because just, like I said, I seen Sinners twice in the theaters, once regular and once in high def. And I just watched it the other day again, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I just literally went to that part and just watched all that. I watched it twice, and then I was like, okay, and I just sat there and just broke it down some more, and then I just stopped watching it. But like, it is a great movie. The whole movie is great, but just that scene is what captured me. And like I said, if you see this movie and you just say, oh, it's just a movie, or it's just a vampire movie, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how you visualize things. But if you want to take it a step further and look into it and just dive more into movies, for not just this movie but other movies that you'll see, just think about it. Or even if you can't picture it, Google it. What is the symbolism? And just sit there and study it and think about it, and let the movie really get into you.
Right. I like that way of seeing it. I'm like, because it's just like, I think someone was trying to say it was like the same as From Dusk Till Dawn, and I was like, no, it's not. Like, two different movies, dog. Like, two different movies. Like, let's look past the fact that yes, it's a vampire movie, but it's more.
And people are trapped in a building, and the vampires are outside. Like, that's about the only. And the vampires get in eventually, and people die. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. So like, that's why it like drives me nuts when they're just like, oh, nah, it's nothing. I'm like, well, that's you. I'm like, that's how you feel. Good for you. But for me, I'm like, it was more than that. So it's like, I can never get bored with it. It's just, and then of course, like the whole scene at the end where it's called grand closing. Like that whole grand closing scene where they thought they were going to, they got one up on them. And it's like, no, it's like, we got one up on you. So it's like, just seeing him like take on like, look, I like when he took on all the women, when he took on all the women, when he took on all those white men.
Yes.
Like, it was just like one of those feel good moments. Just like, dog, like, I just love it. It's like, it was just kind of like a full circle kind of type of thing, because it's like they told him like at the beginning, like, if we see any of your buddies around here, it's like, we gonna shoot y'all dead. Like, did y'all not think that was not gonna happen? Like, what was not registering up here? Like, did you think they were lying to you when they said like, if you show up around these parts,
it's gonna be a problem?
And you ain't supposed to be around here, there's gonna be some repercussions. And what happened?
Yeah,
they effed around and found out.
And I love the fact that he died at the end. I love and hated it, because it's like, it was a bittersweet moment. It had to happen. He didn't have anything else, and it was time for him to move on with his family. But in the theaters, I'm like, no. But then in my mind, I'm like, yes, go ahead. And you done did what you had to do.
Yeah, he did what had to be done. He got his cousin away from there. Like, he told him, like, don't stay down here. He's like, just go. Like, live your life. Don't do the stuff that me and your cousin did. Like, because as you can see, look what happened. It's like,
it ain't working out.
There's no good from it. So for him to, even though he didn't take his word, but he kind of took his word to like live his life just carefully, like a little bit more cautious, not be too quick to, just jumping off at the gun, because that's another thing that I loved about it, is the fact that it's like, Sammy almost was like, he was almost in a, I guess you could say he was almost like an imitation of Stack at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
towards the end he was more like Smoke. So it's like
He started
you, it's
thinking more and
it's
everything.
like you
Yeah.
start seeing the, the differences. Like the contrast was like, it was very clear from the beginning to the end. Like it was like very clear. So that's why it's like there's so much to learn from this movie. Like, and like you said, I also didn't like when that he had to die. Like, but he had to.
Yeah.
He had no other reason to live. Like, he had nothing else to lose. Like when you think about it, he had nothing left. He lost his brother. It's like, well, first he lost his baby, then he lost his brother, then he lost the love of his life. It's like, so it's like, okay. And then he's like, he lost everybody that was there that
All his
night.
friends,
It's
the
like,
little friends he had. Yeah.
so it's like he lost everything. So he's just like, dog, it like at this point, it's like it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. So it's
And
like
he
at
knew he
least
wasn't going to keep his business. Like he couldn't.
right.
So I mean, he had nothing.
So it's like, well, he's like, this is it. So he knew what he had to do. He had to pop it out the trunk on him, and he did it. It just sucked that he went out the way he did, but at least in a sense he did get he got peace because he got to see his baby in Annie.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's like so much that you can just
Yeah, and we
you can
if
just live
we have
on.
done a huge break. We did a huge breakdown of Sinners a couple of episodes back. So
Yep,
scroll on back and find that episode, and you can dive deeper into it because we could sit here for a week and talk about this movie.
all day, every
Honestly.
day. Forget bored. All
All right.
right.
So yours was Sinners, Scott Pilgrim, and what was it? And Hot Fuzz was the no. Shaun of the Dead was the side. What you call it? The honorable
The
mention.
honorable
Jesus Christ.
mentions.
I said the side piece. Okay. So now those are our most rewatchable movies, the ones we will always come back to. But these are the ones coming up now that are going to be our sleeping pills for the night, the ones that instantly put us to sleep. So, Shani, what are your Z movies? Basically, you put you to sleep.
All right. So I know you love this lady. I know you love her, but I don't like this broad. I don't
Don't
like
be
her.
crazy. Don't do nothing
I don't
crazy.
like her. I don't like her. So guess what? Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're good. We're good then. We're good.
Okay, yeah, we agree.
Look, we're good.
I
All right,
like
all right,
Gal Gadot
all right,
because
all right. Yeah,
she's
yeah,
easy on the
yeah.
eyes, but yeah, she was terrible on the acting in that the whole movie. I agree. Okay,
That
take it
movie
away.
was true. Oh my god, it was just on the other night, and I was like, "Oh, perfect." Turned it on. I was out. It was like, "This is great." Like it's just, bro, just oh my god. I was just like, okay. Like the first one was so,
Yeah.
but then that second one, like I just remember seeing it, and then I was just like, I'm like, what is this? It's like, how did y'all? It's like, how did y'all water down the second one when the first one was semi decent?
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, I'm like, I can handle the first one, but that second one, it was just like, were y'all just like, okay, we need to give her another movie, so this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something goofy. I felt like I hate to say it because it's like when you're like with her like bringing back what's that man's name? Whatever that man's name that she fell in love with in the first movie. What was that man's
Oh,
name?
Chris. I don't
What
know
was
his
his
name, but
character's? What was
I
his
don't
name?
know.
That's his name,
Yeah.
Steve. When she like brought Steve back, but he was like in another person's body. I'm sorry, but to me, I find that to be like rape because I'm like, how are you gonna put him in another body and then you with this man, but that's not really him, it's somebody else's body. That's not consent. This is not consent. You just took over another man's body. Like you like what are we doing here? Like that whole thing to me was just dumb. So it's like it's like okay, so like when she looks at this man, like is she seeing Steve or is she seeing old boy that he's in the
Yeah.
body of? So that's why it's like it was like throwing me off because it's like in the movie it's like we're seeing Steve, but technically it's not
It's not.
Steve. So
Exactly.
it's just like this is dumb. And then I just didn't like how they made Cheetah goofy.
Oh my
And I
God.
love Kristen Wiig. Like I love her to death, but and she looked good. She looked good when she was starting to like her little transitions to like her transformation into like
Yeah.
being Cheetah. Like when like just like her whole like style and everything. Like she looked good, but just like her whole character, it was just like it was just goofy. And then she turned it to being like someone who was very like cold and heartless within like that. And then it was just like that whole scene with her like beating up that guy. Like she was like looking for a fight. Like she just like beating up that man like in the middle of the night. Like, okay, like what? I'm like, I understand like this man cat called you or whatever, but I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, does that mean you gotta beat this man half past dead just to get your point across? Like what? Like what's going on? And then like I think this is like Pedro Pascal's like I just
I yeah, I
I
don't
was
even
like, I was mad. Like, why don't y'all put him in this? I'm like, he was the only one who seemed to be like actually giving y'all something, and he in this script was giving him nothing. It's just
I don't even associate Pedro Pascal with this movie. He wasn't in it.
thank you,
That's
thank
not
you.
him. I
I was
don't know
like,
who
that was
that
his
is,
evil
but it's
twin. That was
yeah,
his
it's
evil
not
twin.
him
I'm like, I don't know who that was. Like
because
that man, that was not him.
I walked out of the theaters in this movie. I paid and left because I was just like,
Oh,
because I went to go see the first one in the theaters, and I was like, oh,
I did
yeah,
too.
okay, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. It was okay. But and
Mm-hmm.
I thought the second one was going to be so I wasn't going in expecting too much. But for them to outdo themselves that badly, like my
Uh-huh.
expectations was already low, but they should have
Mm-hmm.
been so much lower because I was just like, I can't sit here and watch it. Now eventually I did finish watching it when it was on TV one day, like
Mm-hmm.
TBS again or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, I was right to walk out. I just it was awful. And that gold suit they put her in, which is comic book accurate. I mean, she has that, but they just it just I was like, no, not today, Satan. I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, because it was like one of the movies that they decided to stream on HBO Max when HBO Max was like was big. Well, not big when HBO Max started out.
Yeah.
So we just watched it from home, and I just remember sitting here and I'm just like, this movie is garbage. Like this movie was just straight, just ugh. And then the fact that they just thought this movie was something grand, and I'm just like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, this movie was trash, especially like that scene and like where they're like in the desert and she's like talking to when she like lands on the truck and she's
Oh,
like talking to him like that whole dialogue right there. I was just like, girl, I'm like, can you speak normal? Like what's wrong? Like it's like, can you not talk right? Like it's like her just trying to like enunciate, and it's like maybe you shouldn't enunciate because maybe that's where you're messing up. Like, or maybe you just suck at acting. That's just maybe you should find something else to do with your life because
yeah,
acting is just not it.
she's not the greatest actor. I give you that. I give you the
And I was
actress. I
just like this lady, just girl, retire. I'm happy that was the last one, but yeah, this was literally on the other night, and I was just like, oh, I could just put that on, and I'm just straight
and
out.
it's clear to say that James Gunn is not bringing her back for anymore for Wonder Woman again, correct?
No,
No.
nope, no,
Yeah.
she's out. She's the only one. Yeah, her like everybody else got booted, so
Yeah.
they're gonna find somebody else. I know he brought back. I know we're getting off topic, y'all, but yeah. But yeah, she got booted. I'm kind of happy she got booted. Like we
Yeah.
don't
Oh
need her
yeah.
no more. Like go
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
Just go
I don't think
exit
James
stage
Gunn can even
left.
fix her. I don't
No,
think her, you know.
you can never. That lady just nobody can help her. Not even an act. Nobody. Just no.
All right. That's one
No.
down. What else we got?
The second movie I can easily fall asleep on. I was kind of like, I thought this movie was gonna be something, and it ended up like stomping like just like I knew this movie was gonna be trash because I think I actually fell asleep on it when we were watching it. And look, I love M Night Shyamalan. Don't get me wrong, but I just knew this movie was gonna suck. The Village.
Oh yeah, yeah. We talked about this one. Yeah.
The Village, bro. Let me tell you, I remember this movie to this day, and this movie is going on is already 20 years old, and I still remember this when we watched it because mom was like, "Oh, like I got this movie, let's watch it as a family." Mind you, it's like we were still this is when we were still in Illinois, so it's like okay,
Yeah.
and I still remember this. So it's like we were upstairs, we were watching it. It was just the three of us, and it was like as soon as the movie was over, me and Dad were both like trash. Like this movie was. I was like, I knew it. I was like, this movie was gonna be terrible. And she was like, oh, whatever. She's like, at least we tried. I was like, this movie was still trash. I hated it. I hated that movie so much. I did not like it. And that's another movie I was like, I found myself like nodding out on. Like I can
Yeah.
easily just put that movie on and just be like, all right, let me just take a couple of naps, like in between. Like it was just one of those movies I just could not get into. It was like they were trying to make it scary and mysterious, and it did not come off as that. It was just
Yeah.
like they were just sitting at the surface with that movie for me. Like I was like, dog, dig deep. Like, just because
And they
even at
could
the
have. It was they
yeah,
could have easily.
and they kind of like lost me with that old weird, like not even weird, that old stupid like twist at the end. I was like, really? I'm like, this is what y'all chose to do. Like, this is what y'all thought. Like, okay, this is how we're gonna live our lives away from the actual world.
Yeah.
Like it was stupid, and the reason why it worked because old girl was blind and she could just walk anywhere because she ain't gonna see anything. She don't know. Like it was just dumb. Like and on top of that, it was like, how did she get through all that if she's blind?
Blind, yeah, yeah.
I was just like, they like off in the woods and stuff. Like, how did she not like fall herself? Like, just like hello, like it's just. And then the monster wasn't even real. It was
No, yeah.
one of the, it was old boy who had a disability. I'm just like, this is so stupid. I'm
And
like, this
that's
is
kind of disrespectful. Like
like what? You gonna put the dude who has a disability in this outfit? He the creature. Like,
you make him a monster. Like that was the one thing that really jumped out at me. Like, how
this
do you
it's
get
just
away?
it's
Why?
just
How do you think this is okay? Like, and like just from the writing standpoint, I understand from the actual being in the
right,
movie standpoint, but just
right.
from a person writing this, how? And I've only seen that movie once. I'm never gonna watch it again, but I definitely
Mm-hmm.
feel your pain on it.
Right, just so stupid. It's like it's just dumb. It's like okay, like so I was just like, yeah, I wanted my time back. I didn't even I wanted my little hour and 50 minutes back. I would never get it back,
It's
but
a
I can
good
get it
thing you
back.
didn't pay for that.
Exactly, but I can get it back by sleeping on it though. That's the only
Exactly.
way I can
Like,
do
look,
it.
you my visual sleeping pill. Go ahead and
Go ahead and knock me
goodbye.
out.
Oh, that's crazy. But I definitely feel your pain on it. You have another one? Sorry, I caught you mid drink.
My bad. I'm like, that was it for me. Those are like the main two. I'm like, I'm like, I could be here all day, but
Oh yeah, I have plenty, and
those
I have two plus an honorable mention that
okay.
just I just saw for the first time last week, and I literally fell
Mhm.
asleep on it. I had to watch it again the next day. But the
Dang.
first movie is from 2024. It's Imaginary. You remember that movie about the concept was an evil teddy bear plus imaginary friend? That
Oh,
one?
was it that scary movie?
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be scary movie. Yeah, I should have said
Okay.
that, but yeah, it's supposed to be scary movie.
Okay.
I'm
No, I was like, because
well,
it's like
God
it's
bless
been
you.
on TV. Okay, because I was like, it's on TV, and I was like, oh, maybe I should check it out because my girl DeWanda Wise is in it. But
Yeah,
I'm like, should I?
yeah, no, no, you should at least you absolutely should not. It is full of weak writing, and the dialogue is
Wow.
just terrible. There's
No.
so many underdeveloped themes in it. You're just like, okay, we're going down this road, and then the road just stops, and then we go on another road, and it's just like, okay, and then the character development is terrible. The family in it is so unconvincing, like you don't even
Oh
feel like they're
Lord.
a family, and it's very stereotypical of like the horror tropes, and they try to play into it, but it just doesn't work. And then like the killer of all movies, slow pacing and uneventful happening scenes that like if
Dang.
you're gonna be slow pacing at least have something happen in the scenes that build, but it's just slow, and then the big scene come up and you're like, oh, nothing, and then it just goes back to slow, then a big scene happens and it's like, oh, nothing, and it's just like it's
It's
like
just
a
whatever.
it's like a visual lullaby. That's what it is. And
Dang.
me and the wife went to go see this, and she watched
Mm-hmm.
it all. I fell asleep in it. She didn't. She didn't wake me up because, and I asked her why you didn't wake me up. She was like, I didn't even. You didn't even need to bother seeing it because it was terrible.
Right.
She watched all of it, but that. So yes, imaginary will send you to imaginary dreamland quick. And the next
Dang.
one, the next one is It Comes at Night. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
That's another movie that I wanted to see. God
Well, get your
dang.
pillows and your blankets and your nightgown ready because it is once again slow pacing. It deliberately takes time to build up tension, which is okay, but many of the scenes focus on quiet and just like prolonged moments rather than action or dialogue. It's just like silence and eeriness,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't go anywhere. Like minimal action and the scares aren't there, and the story leaves you it's up to interpretation. You pretty much interpret what's going on because it never gives you anything, and at the end
Right.
nothing ever comes. I don't care if you haven't seen this movie. I'm ruining it. Nothing ever comes. Like it comes at night. The only thing that comes at night in this movie is stars. Like, well, where are we going with this? And so I don't like. I'm perfectly fine with you giving me an interpretation and then letting me interpret myself. But just don't. I might as well wrote the movie if you just go like choose your own adventure. Like I don't want to
Right.
do that. You tell me. You wrote it. I paid to see it. And I did pay to go see this movie. I hate to ask that I did, and I sat through it because I paid, and it just nothing came of it. Just waste of money. That's all. And I know many people. I've talked to
Man,
some people that have
dang.
seen it, and they said the same thing.
Dang, and I wanted to see that movie too. Like
I mean, you can
it's
see
like
it, but just
right.
see it at the peak of your awakeness, like when you're fully
Okay.
awake. Don't have 1 ounce of dreariness in your eyes, because if you do, you're gonna wake up at the credits. I'm telling you, you're gonna wake up
Dude,
or you're gonna wake up to
nuts.
dad saying, "Shanny, go upstairs. You go, because you're not gonna make it through if you're tired." But
Jesus,
yeah,
that is
that's
terrible.
that. And I mean, it's been streaming, obviously. Probably on HBO Plus or whatever it's called now.
Mm-hmm.
HBO streaming. So yeah, if you want to catch it, at least you won't be paying for it. And then my honorable mention that has been so hyped up to me, and I never watched it until like 2 weeks ago. The Witch.
What?
The Witch
That's
was
another one I've been wanting to watch.
sweet Jesus. You just trying to stay asleep. Look here, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh my god.
Trying to
That
stay asleep
bad?
because it's nothing like it's not scary. Like, so I've heard people say, "Oh, this is the scariest movie ever. You have to watch it." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not doing nothing else. Let me throw it on." And like the dialogue it makes sense because it's for that time. So I mean, I understand that, but it's
Right.
just the dialogue mixed with nothing happening, mixed with a goat, a sheep, a
Mm-hmm.
ram, whatever the heck is in the movie, and it's nothing. Like it could have been so much more. Like with witchcraft, it could have been so much more. There is one scene with the barn and the
Mm-hmm.
kids and stuff like that, and then at the end there's a scene, but it's just so far and in between of anything happening. And then
Oh
like
man.
now, obviously we don't speak how they spoke back then. So trying to listen to that and then have nothing happening, it's just like clock me out. I'm going to sleep. So, but I did finish it, and yeah, it didn't get any better. So
Oh
that's
man,
my three.
dang.
It Comes at Night, The Witch, and what was my last one? Imaginary. So yeah, if you need a sleeping pill, pop one of those on.
Jesus. And like out of those two, it's like one of those ones that I want to see. It's like there's two of them that I want to see.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, I'll never critique a movie and tell somebody don't see it based on what I said. But I'm just saying, make sure you have a soft pillow around you when you watch it.
Right. That's too crazy. And that's like
And
one of
the
those movies. It's like The Witch is one of those movies that people like are like constantly talking about.
right, that's why I watched it.
And I still want to see it. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like but I'm still gonna check them out. I may just keep imaginary like
yeah. Just keep that in the back of
I'll
your
just keep
imagination.
yeah like that one will never just that one will not be like a thing for me because it didn't even look appealing to me like at all like imaginary. I was just like this just looks like something they just threw together and was just like all right this is a movie like
Yeah, and it came off
no.
as stupid more than scary.
And that's how I see and I feel like in a sense I don't know if you've seen a trailer for it yet. This almost kind of like gave me the feel that movie that's coming out I think like next year called Primate. Have you seen that
Oh,
trailer?
with the monkey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It kind of feels like that, and it's just
yeah.
like,
You're right. Yeah.
man. And I'm just like, y'all running out of ideas now when you start doing stupid stuff like this. Like, but I know somebody gonna go see it, but I'm like, I ain't.
When I saw
But
the preview in the movie theater, I was like, I'm gonna see it, but it'll be at home. Like
right.
I'll watch it at home.
But with the imaginary movie, is it like an actual imaginary friend or it's like the bear that like
It's
what's up with the
it's a
bear?
it's the bear is the being. There's a being inside the bear, like that kind of thing.
Oh,
And then there's a whole imaginary world where she goes through this gate at the bottom, and then like her mom is involved somehow from the past, and it's a lot. It's too much going on. Like you try to symbolize it with the story, but then you try to
right.
overcrowd it towards the end, and it's a lot going on that makes it like more confusing and dumb than anything.
Yeah, because that's what was losing me. I was like, does it have anything to do with the bear?
And actually, not really. There's only one
No.
scene. There's only one real big scene where the bear plays a part, and then like the bear might move and stuff like tiny parts. But yeah, not really.
That just sounds It just sounds terrible. I can see why nobody was rushing to go see
Yeah,
that.
and I think it flopped in the theaters because I
Yeah,
didn't hear any.
oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it did because it didn't even sound appealing. Like this does not attract. It didn't attract me at all, and it just
Yeah.
sucks. It's like I'm like, can we? It's like let's do better, people. All right, brother. Was there anything else that you wanted to add to any of your rewatchables or sleepy movies?
Rewatchables. Rewatchable for me, and it's probably just because of a past thing I went through
Mm.
in a tiny town in North Carolina. Didn't have cable, so we just had this one DVD. What's love got to do with it? I've literally watched 1,658 million times
Oh
because
my
like
god.
sitting in the house with no cable, just moved in, and it was just on repeat. So that's always a rewatchable. Me and Anna May go way back.
Uh,
So other than that, no, that is all. How about you?
I think I'm pretty good. I guess I could just say like one little thing. It's not a movie, it's more of a show. My rewatchable movie or rewatchable movie. My rewatchable show that I like constantly watch like all the time, like whenever it's on TV, it's like I will go to it, I'll leave it on. It does not matter how many times I've seen it. I don't care what episode it is. I'll watch it. Actually, no, like scratch that. No, I think I'll start from like season. I think I would probably start at like season 2 and on. I really don't mess with season 1 too much, but it's
Uh,
Bob's Burgers.
oh yeah.
Bob's Burgers is like my go-to rewatchable show. Like every day when I'm at work because I work from home and I don't be talking to people on the phone too much. So that's on a lot in the background. So
Yeah.
it just keeps me company. So I can just go through like I can go through like maybe like one or like maybe 2 seasons in a day. Like because from like 6 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's what's playing when I'm at work. Like it's just
Yeah.
constant. And then when I get off of work, it's still playing. And it's like and it's just like today, probably when it comes on FXX, I'll probably turn to it and just leave it on because they have like this whole little block where it's just like back to back episodes. So it's like, well, that's where I'll be at until it comes on tonight. So
Yeah, and that's the
but
show you don't have to. That's a show you don't have to watch every ever. You can jump and stuff like that. So, yeah, I definitely
yeah.
understand that because I remember when the movie came out, and I was like, "Oh, I need to catch up." And I watched like 5 seasons straight, and then you said, you don't have to watch the seasons to get to watch the movie," and I was just like, "Oh well, I did it
Yeah,
anyway."
it's like, well, already did. So I was like, yeah, I was like, you ain't gotta do that. I was like, there is nothing that like they threw in
Yeah,
there
it
from
didn't have
any
anything
at all. They were just like, we
besides
need
the
to save our
characters.
restaurant. It's like,
Yeah,
yep, it's like we just need to save our restaurant and it's a murder mystery. That's like
yeah,
all there is. Because that was the one thing I just didn't like about the movie is when they did the movie, and then when the new season started, they never talked about anything that
at all.
happened. They just
Yeah,
went right into like a new season with new stuff going on. It's like, okay, so we're not even going to talk about y'all saving the wharf and like
exactly.
getting the keep the keeping the business running. We don't get to hear anything about cousin Felix, like or
They
yeah,
just
just
act like the
his
movie
cousin.
didn't happen.
Yeah,
They skip.
yeah,
They just skip past it.
they just skipped all across it. So it was just like,
And it
okay,
was
so it
some
was
big
like,
things, like you said, that happened in the movie
right.
that could
And
have
it was
easily been
like,
incorporated.
yeah. And it was just like, why? It was like, why did they decide to just like leave that whole part out? Like, that was, to me, I just felt like, okay, so that was kind of like, I think was it cousin? Is it cousin Felix? No, wait. Or is that his brother? His brother's name is Felix, right? Is his brother's name Felix?
Felix is the yeah.
Yeah, that's the brother, Grover. That's what I'm thinking of. Cousin Grover. That's who it is. Grover is the one that got that went to jail. That's the one. Because it's like,
Yep.
okay, so it's like, how do y'all? It's like, are y'all not even gonna talk about him being in jail? Like the fish holders didn't even like say nothing. So it's just like, to me, I felt like it's kind of like a waste of film to a sense because it's like, why did y'all give us this? But then you don't even like give us anything else after that. Like it's just like movie, oh, new season,
Exactly.
but nothing that but they just never referenced the like the movie or nothing. They could have did something. Like it
That's
didn't
how
have to
they could have did
be
a little bit the first season, just
yeah.
like, oh man, it was hard time, or I twisted my ankle when we saved the wharf, or something like that. Like, oh, well, he
Mm-hmm.
could have came up with a burger, saved the wharf, or something like burger of the day, and that would have been like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, they remember it. But yeah, I was mad going into the movie because I had watched all those seasons for nothing. Then I was mad after because they did because it was just like, oh, the
Right.
movie never
They
happened.
went Yeah, they went right into, I think it was like season 13, and
Yeah.
they didn't say nothing about the sinkhole. They didn't talk
Yeah,
about
that
Carney no more.
in
And
front of them
yeah, so it's just like, but they added that, they added it into the title, a
into the
title
title. Yeah.
opening. Okay, so it's like, okay, so we know that happened, but y'all don't talk about it though.
I guess that was them just saying, all right, we're just gonna put it in here. They're gonna recognize it, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, they had the sinkhole, okay. But then for people who didn't, who don't, they were like, okay, what's then they're like, okay, but they never talked about the sinkhole.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, that sucks, because it was like I was hoping for that, and they never gave us that. Once again, we off topic again, but who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I love the show. Like the series is amazing. Like it's
Yeah.
gotten better throughout the years, because like them first couple of seasons were a little shaky. They were a little
Yeah.
shaky,
Yeah.
but then like as it went on, they got so much better. Like I just think they're just they're not like anything like, like The Simpsons, Family Guy, like American Dad, like none of those. It's more, even though it's not really for kids, it can still be for kids, because it's not as like
Yeah.
adult themed as much. Like that first season was very adult themed. Like like I was just like, what is this? Like what's going on? So I'm like happy when they kind of like
I think
they
the network was like, hey, y'all got to ease up a little bit. We're trying to get
yeah.
kids to watch
When
this.
they were like dealing with transvestites in that first season, I
Yeah.
was like, hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Like pause. So that's why I was just like, whoa. I was like, that was like, so they did like a real big overhaul within like, I think maybe like season 3.
Yeah.
By that time, it was just like, okay. So, but yeah, other than that, I'm like, it's still just one of them feel good shows. It's just like you just have a lot of fun with them. The jokes to me are like hilarious if you catch them the first
Yeah.
time. Because if you don't, it's like it'll just like kind of like go over your head. But I just like that they're funny. Then they have like the empathy, they're the empathy, and like it was like the one episode where it was just all about Rudy, and I love that episode, and I think that was in like season 14, where it's like Rudy's like going through like the motions of like his parents being together, and then his
Uh-huh.
parents getting a divorce, and then him being with his dad, and then his mom having a new boyfriend, and then so I just love that whole episode of him just trying to like figure things out for himself, and
Yeah.
like how to make things work, and then like how things don't work, and like he just somehow makes his way to the Belchers, and how Louise is there for him and everything. Like those kind of episodes I like love when they're like the feel good, like I guess you could say like feel good like family moments, where it's like even though it's not just with the family, it's like with the friends and stuff like that. I just love when they can get to those kind of like heart form, like them heartfelt, like
Yeah. Especially since Louise is not the one you would think. She slapped people in boy bands and stuff. So I mean, she don't care. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah, it's like because Louise just tries to be so like a badass and just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Exactly.
like I can do this and this and that, but then it's like the one holiday one where she like did the poem for her family, and
Oh
when
yeah.
Tina figured it out, like, okay, like how are you doing a poem and it has the word poop in it, and it's like, and it made it too, like, for her to read it, and then that's what she was like, she did an actual poem, like, and the family's not gonna be there, so it's
Yeah.
like she's getting ready to read it and no one's gonna be there, but then Tina makes her way there for her, so she does have someone there, so
Yeah.
she's not like alone, so at least someone gets to hear those words that they know she wouldn't normally say in
Not
front of
say at
them
all.
on a regular. And so that's why I love the show, that they do have their moments of just like I said, they're just they're just like heartwarming, and
Yeah.
she's usually like the reluctant, in like with Louise, she's always seen as the reluctant anti-hero who she always ends up doing something right, but always ultimately she ends up, she always she always ends up doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I just love that about her, and I just love the family in general, just because I see myself in all of them. So it's just that's why I just love the show. So definitely one of my comforting like rewatchable shows of
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might as well just say of all time. because
Yeah.
I have gone through all the seasons. I know more than twice.
All right, sorry guys, we went down the road, but hey,
All
when you
right.
get on the bus, you go where we go. So we're gonna we're gonna wrap it. I promise you, we won't talk about one more thing because if we do, we're gonna be here for another 6 hours. So
Yeah, we could be here all day, y'all.
all
But
day.
but brother, was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Nope. That is a wrap. That is it on my end.
All right, y'all, and that's another episode of Popcorn and Perspective. We're glad that you took the time out of your day to chill with us. So if you have any questions, topic ideas, or if you just want to come on the show and chill with us, don't be shy. You can email us at chantel@hotmail.com or the Hazeled Eye Movie Guy at yahoo.com. You can also reach out to us on our Twitter page as well at Popcorn and Perspective.
Yes. And for the next episode, we'll have plenty of holiday cheer because that will be our December episode and also our 10th episode. So we'll sit back
Woo!
and relax and talk about our favorite holiday films and just there will be plenty of Die Hard. Just know that.
All right, y'all. And as always, as we say here at Popcorn and Perspective,
Watch the movies
love the movies.
and always keep them with you.
Catch y'all next time.
See y'all.